Hey, I just discovered this new feature to create a story from a prompt or a document. So now in create, you have a create a story. Maybe it was there, I didn't notice. I just noticed today. And so you can give a description, a size, type something. So I'm gonna use the wide and the description. I'm gonna say create a story summarizing our organizational approach Copilot agents from this file. And I'm gonna add a file. I think I have a document explaining how to implement. And so we're gonna try it. So I know that I try sometimes and it fails at the first time. So if you retry it, change a little bit the prompt, it might work. But I did it for several other content, like my code of conduct for Copilot, like skills you need. And it's just impressive what it does, because basically it creates what they call page. It uses the same name, but for whatever reason. Effectively, basically it's going to create different images. I think there's only 5. That's a maximum I've seen, trying to summarize what you want to achieve. And it creates five images. And then what's very interesting is you can package those images in a PowerPoint or a PDF or even a video. So it's really impressive, the result. And the way it's narrated in the visual is pretty good. As I said, earlier, I tried it and it failed, and I retried it. So let's retry. I'm not sure if my prompt is good enough or not, or if it's failing. But I had this message several times, and finally I was able to do it. Or if it doesn't work on this file, because this file is pretty long, so maybe that's a problem. I don't know what are the limitations. So let's go back here and maybe create a story summary, very concise. So I'm not sure what the limitation is coming from, if it's the size of the document, or if it's the number of try, because I've been using that several times today. So I'm not sure if there's a limitation in terms of how many images I can generate, because basically it generates every time 5 images to narrate the story. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to try another one where I had more success, maybe a shorter version. We'll see. Let's cross fingers. With Copilot, you never know. You need to be tenacious. So you will see up here there's a download button if we succeed, where I can choose the slides I want to export. So I can, by default it's all, but I can pick some and I can download them in either individually or select several one at the same time and generate an output in PDF. Or not successful here, so let's try another document. Create a story summarizing what do I have as a file? Let's see. Let's try to find Copilot benefits. Or maybe this one. Let's see. This file. Hopefully this one is shorter, I'm not even sure. And I can, when it's doing that, I can show you some results. So for example, this one I generated as a PDF, and it was from a prompt. I said, what are the skills I think are important for Copilot success, and this is what it was able to create. So it's pretty impressive, the quality of the output here. Let's go back here to see if there's any more progress. We have something. So maybe the other one, it was 40 pages, so it might be too big for Copilot to ingest. I was a little bit ambitious, but that's how you see the limitations. It's by trying. So here there are probably several use cases in my document, probably more than 5, with different personas. And so here I can see something coming up about HR, executives, finance, and clinician managers. So it's just you see the design, and I cannot really control the design, or maybe I should try to put the way I want my output in the prompt, but it does a very good job. Copilot use case benefits how AI empowers every roles, HR streamlining, recruitment, onboarding, some example. Executives, okay, with some benefits, and finance and clinician managers. So yeah, with it's it's doing a pretty good job. And so when you've done with that, so you can go there in download and select either you want all the pages or just a few, and you can select the output, so not PNG because there's several files. I was doing PNG, but it was only creating the first one. So here you can choose PDF, MP4, or PPTX. So I'm going to do PPTX, and let's see the result. So here I made it complicated because I try to summarize a long document and have an output as some sort of storytelling PowerPoint. But obviously you can do that just with a prompt. You don't have to link to a file. If you don't want any limitations, you can prompt with your whatever prompt you want. So let's see the document. So it generates on the fly your PowerPoint presentation with the images. As you can see, it's an image. I cannot change the text, so it better be good. So it's not like in when you create an infographic, you can change the text. Here you cannot change the text, but it does a very good job. Better, at least better than what I can do, and I will never be able to do that kind of work. This is just impressive. So I encourage everybody to try this, create a story. So you have to go to create and then select create a story. Eventually, I guess if I have my own style, I can change that. I didn't try. Probably took this style by default if I don't precise the style. I didn't put my branding color, so probably that has an influence. And you just have to narrate what you want to create, and eventually link to a file. As you can see, you can navigate your files, even upload your files if you want to create a story based on the file. Hope this was insightful. I thought it was very impressive to me.